Listen, I'm upset with him.
I know.
He shouldn't have been involved in no pro wrestling
Right.
shit.
And let me tell you something. You're handling it well.
I'm trying.
Be a father. Be there for your son. Watch highest to lowest.
You're right.
And it'll tell you everything you need.
Thank you.
Syko Stu's shocking injury update has taken the wrestling world by storm after his brutal run-in with Roger Jackson, the son of MMA legend Quentin Rampage Jackson.
What's your name? I'm a husband. For real? You know him? You know Roger? How you know Roger? Shut the fuck up. That nigga just started streaming. He just started streaming like. That's crazy. My son. The nigga was streaming. He was streaming for like 3 days. Not no more. He done.
I saw what happened, but it's like.
Nah, he done.
There's always a comeback.
Nah, that nigga ain't coming back. Nah, he ain't coming back. No, he ain't coming back. Streaming ain't for everybody.
What many expected to be a routine performance at a KnockX Pro wrestling show in California spiraled into one of the most disturbing incidents the industry has seen in years. Stuart Smith, better known by fans as Syko Stu, is now out of the hospital after weeks of treatment, but the details of his condition and the fallout surrounding the event have left fans, wrestlers, and even MMA personalities debating what really happened and what comes next.
When we're in the ring and I'm breaking it up and he shoots a fucking double leg on me, by the way, work a better fucking double leg, you fucking prick. And then I'm telling you to fucking calm down. I'm not even fucking fighting. I'm not even being fucking hostile. Then you're trying to fucking work and get lower, do this, change positions, and I'm over here having to swim with you, all this other shit. And then you fucking punch me in the fucking eye. After we're breaking it up, you fucking loser. That's why you got fucking headbutt, and that's why I fucking punch you, and you're fucking lucky I was tired from the match before this. What kind of fucking person are you? You fucking low-life fucking clown. You want fucking clout, so you beat up a guy that's fucking half unconscious. You punch a guy that's trying to break up a fight and not even trying to fight you. I wasn't even trying to fucking hurt you. The fuck is wrong with you?
So, do you think he wanted to continue beating up Stu?
I think he would have killed him.
If you didn't stop it, right?
I promise you he would have killed him. He would have killed me if he would have got the best of me. If he would have took my legs out from under me like he was trying to, he was going to do the same thing to me that he did to Stu. Clearly, you watched the stream when he's walking away. I'm tired of people fucking with me. I don't care how many times you've been fingered in your life, bro. I don't give a fuck. If you got a fucking problem with the fucking world and the people around you, change your fucking people around you. Change it up a little bit. Go to therapy. Get some fucking help. Don't take it out on everybody else. And then you want to train by one of the best fighters to ever fucking live, your fucking father, use his fucking clout, use his fucking knowledge, and then you want to hurt people that don't fucking train like that? You're a fucking bully. You're a bitch. Fuck you.
Smith shared his first major update on social media, announcing he had been released from medical care and was finally resting at home. The damage from the attack was severe. Doctors confirmed he had suffered major trauma to his face and head, including fractures to his maxilla, deep cuts across his mouth, injuries to both jaws, and the devastating loss of several teeth. At the time of his admission, he was unconscious, a reminder of how bad the assault truly was. His family explained that although the recovery would take months, he was keeping his spirits high, motivated by the massive outpouring of love, donations, and gifts from fans and supporters across the globe. The entire ordeal began with an altercation that started away from the spotlight. A video surfaced online showing Smith smashing a can of beer over Jackson's head, an action that appeared staged but clearly set off emotions. Another clip later suggested that the two had patched things up when Smith apologized, but that short-lived peace didn't last. Once the two stepped into the ring, Jackson snapped. Instead of working the scripted sequence, he slammed Smith down with real force and unleashed a flurry of more than 20 unprotected punches, while Smith lay defenseless on the canvas.
Because I'm tired of everybody playing with me, bro.
You need to be worried about Syko Stu.
Syko Stu?
What, you don't know me?
Hell no.
That's a little... Oh!
He's not a fucking worker, bro.
I will fuck him up, bro.
I apologize.
I appreciate it.
I didn't know. I just thought you were a worker.
We're working out. Well, he's gonna come out on your matches. I know you keep thinking we're working. We're always working. So we'll set it up. I'll have him come out during your match so we could fucking seal the whole thing.
It's not gonna be scripted when I get in there. It's not gonna be scripted, guys. They told me to hit him and just leave. Somebody who pull me off of him will leave. I'm telling you, I'm gonna hit him as many times as you can. Watch. I'm gonna stand up for myself.
The police were called in immediately, and the Los Angeles authorities confirmed that Jackson was being investigated. NockX Pro Wrestling Academy, the promotion behind the event, issued a strong statement, distancing themselves from the incident. The Academy condemned what happened, stressing that the attack was not part of the show, and branding Jackson's behavior as reckless and disgraceful. In nearly 2 decades of operating events, they had never dealt with anything so dangerous or humiliating for their company. Fans who attended the event were left stunned, especially as children in the audience were visibly disturbed by what they saw.
Roger Jackson is potentially facing up to 10 years in prison.
Roger Jackson, the 25-year-old son of Rampage Jackson, is under investigation after a brutal attack on a pro wrestler. The incident, which was caught on Roger's kick stream, shows him slamming and then punching the wrestler over 20 times.
And this situation stemmed from a few hours earlier. Roger was backstage with all the other wrestlers. Obviously, they saw the kick stream going on. They wanted to make a show and make a moment. Syko Stu, the wrestler, slammed a prop beer can on his head, obviously provoking Roger. Updates from the friends and family say that Stu is okay. He is in stable condition.
The real question that the internet wants to know is Roger going to jail, and for how long? Now, we're no lawyers, but in the state of California in which this case happened, aggravated battery is up to 1 year in jail. If it gets upgraded to a felony, it's 2 to 4 years in jail. In the most serious cases, if the victim suffered a great bodily injury, the additional prison time is 3 to 6 years. Could potentially be up to 10 years in jail. Is that too much? Does Raja deserve any jail time at all? What do you guys think?
The fallout for Roger Jackson was immediate. The 25-year-old who was making his early steps into wrestling suddenly became one of the most talked about names for all the wrong reasons. NockX banned him outright for ever performing at their shows again. However, to the shock of many, another company based in San Diego, Danger Pro Wrestling, announced plans to book him for an upcoming appearance. That decision caused controversy, with some reports noting that Danger Pro tried to frame themselves as once holding a WWE developmental program designation. Still, the announcement stirred anger and disbelief given that Jackson was under police investigation and had just hospitalized another performer.
If this is real, then the world may be crumbling around us. Raja Jackson just brutally assaulted Syko Stu last weekend at a wrestling event in California, and now it looks like a new promotion has picked up Rampage's son to wrestle again. Will this young man face any consequences?
Even Raja's father, Rampage Jackson, weighed in during a live stream. The former UFC light heavyweight champion didn't excuse his son's actions. He admitted openly that he could not defend what had happened and wanted justice to run its course. Rampage, clearly torn as both a father and public figure, wished he had been present at the event and even expressed hope to meet one day Syko Stu in person to apologize for what his son had done. His words showed remorse, though he kept some distance by emphasizing that his son's behavior was his responsibility alone.
Hopefully one day I can meet Syko Stu and shake his hand and have a man-to-man with him and stuff like that, but who knows? But y'all, the people that know me, y'all know I got mad love for everybody.
While many fans and wrestlers expressed outrage, there were also differing takes from prominent voices. WWE Hall of Famer Mark Henry offered a more divisive perspective, suggesting that Smith himself bore some responsibility. Henry argued that hitting Jackson with a can earlier in the day may have provoked the young wrestler into losing control. While he admitted Jackson should have respected the business and not let anger dictate his actions, Henry believes that Stu had bitten off more than he could handle. His comments caused backlash online, with some calling them insensitive given the severity of Smith's injuries.
I didn't like the ribbing, I didn't like the joking, and anybody that talked to me that I didn't think was worthy of having that kind of aggressive conversation, they got that work. And, you know, I don't know the full story, but I do know what I saw. And it looked like he wasn't smart to what was going on. And the dude that was messing with him bit off more than he can chew. And, you know, you got to be careful, one, who you mess with, and two, like, you know, what kind of example are you as a veteran for inciting a ride with a kid? You know, and I mean, he's not 12 or nothing, but he's still significantly younger. And, you know, you want to make sure that everybody knows.
Other figures in combat sports have their say as well. Dylan Dennis reacted strongly after watching the viral footage. He described the assault as shocking and unnecessary, pointing out that wrestlers put trust in each other to protect their bodies. Dennis said that Jackson broke that trust completely, delivering punches as if he were trying to seriously injure or even kill. He emphasized that in wrestling, participants give up their weight and safety under the assumption of cooperation. To break that pact was, in Dennis's eyes, an insult to both wrestling and MMA, and damaging to the reputation of fighters everywhere. Despite his respect for Rampage Jackson, Dennis made it clear that Raja's actions were disgraceful and should not be excused.
What's your take on this Raja Jackson video that came out? Because it seems like that's caught kind of not just in wrestling world, but like everyone is caught.
To be honest, it's hard to watch, but in a way, it's like he might have something like wrong with like maybe like anger problems, because like why would he do that, you know? And anybody that has trained or anybody that has a brain knows when someone's working or someone's like, and like that would be like me going with you right now and you're like, oh, I'm gonna pick you up and we're working, we're doing a WWE match. Like you could slam me in my head, like I'm giving you my weight, you know what I mean? So like the guy obviously let him pick him up, and then slamming him like that is ridiculous. First off, especially being a guy that's trained. I know he's only 0-1, but like slamming the guy like that first off is ridiculous. Like any person in WWE can do that to each other. You know, it doesn't. That's not anything like people are acting like, oh, that's Rampage Jr. or something like that. Like the guy jumped up for you to carry his weight, and he's trusting you to take care of his body. You know what I mean? And then he's throwing those shots, and like, I get you can kind of lay one in, like, you know what I mean? I can hit you like that, but the first one was like a fucking haymaker. He's trying to like kill the guy, and like, it's just sad. Like I don't understand what happened. Like it's hard to explain what happened, and it looks bad for us too. You know what I mean? Like anybody could do that. Like I can go in the ring in WWE and do that. Like why I do that? No. Like you're supposed to have a trust. And that's a different sport. It's a pro wrestling. You know, it'd be different if he said, "Hey, come in here, I'm a fucking kid. Like fuck you. Like I like really want to fight you." You know, and then beat the shit out of the fucking guy. But it didn't seem like that. Like he did the prop can. He's saying that, but then he apologized. And like, is this kid? I mean, I don't know.
Dude had like PTSD. It's like
so sad. It's so sad. I was actually gonna offer to help him like with money and maybe training. Like, and then he shot on the other guy. He couldn't threw the other guy down.
Former fighter and podcast host Brendan Schwab also weighed in, but received a wave of criticism from fans. Schwab admitted that his first instinct was to defend Raja because of his friendship with Rampage, but after watching the footage, he conceded that there was no way to justify the assault. He noted that Jackson's career, which had only just begun, was now hanging by a thread, and that if Syko Stu decided to press charges, Raja could be facing serious legal consequences, even charges as severe as attempted murder. Schwab's willingness to focus on Jackson's future rather than Stu's suffering frustrated many fans. They accused him of sympathizing with the attacker rather than prioritizing the victim's need for justice.
And I'll be transparent, I like Raja, and obviously I adore Rampage. Me and Rampage have a great relationship. I love Rampage. And it's just by nature, my initial thought was when I heard about this, and I spoke with Rampage, when I heard about this, I went, all right, how can I defend Raja? I look at all the videos, I watched the full live stream and all that. I got nothing. I got nothing. Oh, I can't, you can't defend this. I see this, it's so sad. Because he was just getting started, and that all goes away. If this veteran pro wrestler decides to press charges. If that pro wrestler goes, this was a bit or this was a work, and he just thought that's how it works, I'm not pressing charges, Raja's still gonna take a lot of heat online, but you're not doing jail time. Then we can figure it out. But if that dude wakes up and somebody's in his ear and goes, dude, you gotta make this dude pay. He has to learn a lesson and he presses charges, it's gonna be tough. It's gonna be really tough. Attempted murder, aggravated assault, it's gonna be tough. Talking about felony, you know?
Rob Van Dam offered a more sobering thought. He suggested that the incident might ultimately prevent something worse from happening in the future. In his view, Jackson clearly had anger management issues, and if those weren't addressed now, something even more tragic could unfold later. Van Dam admitted that jail time might be on the table depending on the severity of Stu's injuries and what prosecutors decide. He felt the punishment should match not only Jackson's actions, but also the consequences suffered by Smith, which could shape the entire case.
First off, I don't agree that he went off script. He said he was going to mess Stu up in front of him, from what I can tell. I mean, from what I can see, the apology was only made in the handshake, not because they were cool, not because they're friends now. Fucking Raja still seemed very upset. and he seemed like he was only doing it under the condition that he could go in the ring and fuck him up. So should he be arrested for that? Man, I mean, I'm not obviously a legal professional, and I go back to, I guess the charge would be an aggravated degree of assault, and you know what, maybe putting that guy in jail might prevent somebody down the road from getting hurt even worse.
The wrestling world has been left divided over the saga. Some believe Jackson deserves a chance to redeem himself with therapy or anger management. Others think his attack crossed a line that can't be forgiven, especially with children watching live and a fellow performer nearly losing his life. The fact that Danger Pro Wrestling is already teasing his return only adds fuel to the fire, making fans question whether promotions are exploiting the controversy for publicity.
End of discussion. You are a dumb animal that does not belong in society. You have forfeited that right because you have proven yourself as an unevolved human. Go sit in a cage for 30 to 40 years where you belong, you dumb animal. End of discussion. That is attempted murder.
Ooh, yeah, no, those are full on, like, I'm fucking beating the you punches.
Yeah, right.
Those were brutal.
Did you see the slam?
Yeah. Oh.
Yeah. So what do you think? Like, here's
cool.
The investigation by the LAPD is still ongoing, and until charges are officially filed, Raja Jackson's future hangs in the balance. Whether he faces prison, probation, or just the court of public opinion, one thing is clear: his career will forever be tied to this moment. Wrestling fans may never look at him without remembering the night when scripted entertainment turned into real-life violence, and a man nearly lost his life because of it.